So I wanted to bring awareness, get the message out, and figure out how to monetize. So once I saw that, I realized what feeds the algorithm. That ignorant nigga shit. Kill your mama, suck my dick, fuck your bitch. That's what feeds the algorithm.
What the hell? What the hell? TV. 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 What the
YouTube, what it do? Welcome back to What the Hell is TV, where everything we react to, you gonna be like, what the hell is? Now man, look, today we got Charleston White once again on the roster. We're gonna be reacting to an interview we did a little time ago. It was a good interview. He mentioned a host of people, including T.i son, King, Marlo Mike, and some more people as well, you know. Look, this gonna be a good one, man. And I want to say, I hope everybody have a blessed and safe day, and also a blessed and safe weekend, you feel me? And yeah, man, we're gonna get into this video. Thank y'all for clicking on the video. If you like the content and you make it to the end, subscribe to the channel, man, and uppercut that like button for me. Let's go.
What you felt, it doesn't change what you felt at the time.
Yeah, it does. It does. Now when I look back, there's more compassion.
Okay.
Because I done met the FBG Ducks Mom. I done met the King Von DJ U. So
you were able to humanize them individually.
There you go. See, now he's more humanized to me. Because there's a saying that we should try to seek to understand rather than being understood. I had no understanding then. Now I got just a little bit more understanding. So I understand.
Have you met up with T.i son yet, King? Are you guys friends?
No, I like the money. Yeah, I don't like King.
Boy, Charleston White, you was a bitch, boy. That nigga said he was with him. He was with him. Man, I stayed with my older cousins. Motherfucker went to pointing who did what, who. Man, we was about to whoop your ass when you come back down here from telling. Your ass, I can see you had a soft upbringing. That video I seen was just so funny. The nigga got so tough when them police, when you see them lights, nigga got so tough, started yelling, you know. Boy, the red and blue lights, man, save a nigga life, huh?
This nigga really called the laws, and they came. He over there fucking with him.
Hey, what's going on, bro? Yeah, I just want to tell T.i son, that nigga say my mama raised a bitch. Nigga, your mama and dad raised a yellow freak. Yeah, that nigga T.i son say, nigga, I whoop your old ass. Now, T.i, you raising these kind of little yellow motherfuckers? You got a yellow motherfucker, look how your son look, talking about he'll jump on a 50-something-year-old nigga. Your boy, hey, so T.i, them the kind of boys you got? Say, T.i, listen, if your boy jump on me, y'all will bury that yellow motherfucker. I shoot him right in his goddamn throat. Look, I wish an 18, 19-year-old nigga would jump on me. Boy, I Trayvon Martin that little motherfucker. I swear to God. My right hand to God. I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. If T.i son jump on me, I'm on George Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin, his little motherfucking ass. I'm gonna let him get on top of me. Pow! Pow!
I like King.
Yeah.
King was my favorite.
Unruly motherfucker. Yeah, he a little unruly motherfucker. He'll kick T.i ass, I think.
he almost did.
I think so.
We saw that.
Yeah.
Wait, so when he was gonna beat up his daddy, were you clapping somewhere? Rooting him up?
No. I ain't never rooting for no kid to go against their parent.
Right.
Never.
I'm gonna refresh our mind right fast. You heard me? Let's go.
You're upset. You're mad. You can't. You can't lose it. I know you. You capping. I know you. 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 Ain't no mystery about here. I know you though. I know you though. I know you. What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business. You know I stand on business. Why you even letting somebody play with me like that?
I just think, as parents, that we forget we forget things that our children don't. So that's why you could hear him saying, I know you, I know. So that's why they trying to hurry up and shut him up. Because...
Well, what he was about to say was, you don't want me to tell the real you because of what I went through. And kids will tell the truth.
Well, he said, I went over my grandmama. Y'all was over her. So when you hear that, I had a little bit more compassion for him.
Yeah.
Man, I watched my mother.
My show is making Charleston White soft. I don't care.
Yeah. Now, I can't hide behind the character.
I ain't gonna lie. We had a meeting about you because I said, we know Charleston White, the viral sensation, but I know who I see through because you let a crack in your veil pop up here and there when you speak, and you're smart. Clearly you're educated both in the streets and in school. Like you've lived a life. We both from the '77. You know about a piggy banks and fucking other shit that amazed me. But like I was like, okay. I don't want to sit here and have an interview.
That's why I started cussing. Not that I wanted to go viral. I didn't know viral even existed. I didn't know you can get paid from this shit. But once I saw that, man, fuck, I'm going to come be positive for. Man, fuck, I'm going to bring the real Charleston for. Because when the real Charleston was here, when he didn't cuss, the bow tie, man, he's not as appealing.
That don't get no play.
Well, it don't bring awareness, nor does the message get out. So I wanted to bring awareness, get the message out, and figure out how to monetize. So once I saw that, I realized what feeds the algorithm. That ignorant nigga shit. Kill your mama, suck my dick, fuck your bitch. That's what feeds the algorithm. So,
and whose fault is it?
Hey, he right, bro. Like, it's sad, but it's the truth. You know, people only react to bad, negative stuff, man. And just like with the music, you know, the record labels, all they want to do is push the killing, the crimes, the sex, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to hear none of that other stuff, you know? Stuff like you can't talk about God in some contracts, you know? It's crazy.
I get blamed as the platform. Hollywood don't like it's our fault because we post it all. Is it your fault because you do it all, or is it their fault because they can't consume enough of it?
It's their fault because they can't consume enough of it. It's called supply and demand.
I agree.
So it's business practices. So why would I not? It's supply and demand. This is what the people want. It's no different than when the Romans wanted live executions. When the Romans wanted to see a human fight.
Entertainment.
Yeah. So I believe our society is becoming that bloodthirsty. Well, at some point, they're going to want to see executions again because they can't get enough of it. So I've tried it, man. I do positive. I do a lot of positive videos, but at this point, I feel like it's a waste of time.
So are you and T.i? You still don't like T.i?
I love T.i.
Really?
Yeah, I love T.i. Man, I'm gonna be honest. Man, I was more disappointed by him responding to me than anything.
Why?
I feel like he wasn't supposed to. I feel like he stepped down. I feel like he stepped down, and by him stepping down, it propelled me past him.
What made you? What was the perception that he was past you?
You mean me? Well, because.
Hey, I get what he's saying too, cause it's like I'm down here, you supposed to be way up there, and you paying little old me way down here some attention. You know what I'm saying? You just putting me on. You hear me? That's why I say, bro, a lot of times no reaction is the best reaction, bro. Know that.
We all place celebrities above us in the black community, including myself. I'm on us to admit that. You know, it's always y'all up there and us down here. I said that in the Cam Newton. So I've always placed, I've been programmed to do that. So I didn't realize celebrities were really human till they started getting offended by what I said. They became human to me then. Like, man, what the fuck? T.i? Man, I couldn't believe that, homie. It fucked me up, man. Even, even for Boosie to come on social media and be on social media as he is, and we're able to start seeing his flaws as an individual, it humanized them and be like, oh man, them niggas ain't shit. Man, them niggas just like us. But before then, man, them niggas on a pedestal.
But when you get into it with Boosie and he makes threats, then you call the FBI and him. Do you think they could rationalize?
He never made no threats. Now Boosie have been the smartest one to deal with me to this day. The best way to beat me, if you want to beat me, is to ignore me.
Yeah,
don't pay me no mind. Or if you watch me, don't respond to me. So Boosie been outside of Vlad specifically asking him questions. Boosie will not speak on me. So what?
Why do you think
I've never called the FBI, but I played like I have. Yeah, I've never called the FBI.
Why do you think he won't talk to you outside the interview, or talk directly to you or at you outside the interview?
Because I hit him below the belt.
Because he think he really gonna play the people. That's what he think. He think Charleston White really connected to them people, and if you know what I'm saying, if he threaten him, he gonna send them people. You know what I'm saying? And I don't blame him, man. You know, and he can be feeling like, well, look, man, I'm not even finna give you none of my juice. You know, he can be feeling like that too, just like what they talking about. But a lot of people, bruh, they done fell in his trap. You hear me? They done took the bait, and that's what catapulted him to where he at now. That's how he get where he at, bro. Cause people, the internet made it to where, like, celebrities can see you, can see regular people. You know, they people just like us, but I'm saying they celebrities. So it made it to where, man, you can say something about somebody and they can see it. And if it's on them if they respond or not.
With the Marlo Mike shit.
Well, I missed that.
Boosie was charged in some murders and ultimately being found not guilty. But having, a 15-year-old at the time, Marlo Mike, as his hitman, rapped about it in songs. And because I became involved in youth advocacy work on the juvenile life without parole law, I learned a lot about Marlo Mike. So there's a lot of guys who was in Angola and other places who a guy by the name of Eric Brown today who was free because we worked on that law. So Marlo Mike was denied. So after the Supreme Court ruled that to automatically give a kid juvenile life without after the Supreme Court ruled that to automatically give a kid juvenile life without parole is inhumane and unconstitutional. So they can't automatically give it. Well, once that law was overturned, around that time, Marlo had been sentenced. He went back on appeal, I think, in 2019, 2020, only for his appeal to be denied. So he would be one of the only kids after that ruling that will die in prison that got juvenile.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. They messed over Marlo, and I'm not taking up for him. I'm not condoning what he did, because, he took lives. He did, bro. He was slanging that bit, I ain't gonna lie. But he still was a child, bro. Like, they threw the book at him. You know what I'm saying? They treated him just like an adult. And you gotta think about it. Marlo was only like, man, 15 when he jumped out the porch, you know what I'm saying? But like during that time, he was probably like 16, going on 17, knocking heads off, you feel me? But I feel like, man, to spend the rest of his life in jail, bro, for something he did when he was a teenager, I feel like that's crazy. That's absurd. He should at least be able to get a second chance. I think in the long run, some more years to come, I think he might, you never know, bro. But he should be able to come home, man, out, because, come on, man. He was young, you feel me? And I feel like he got his mind right, you feel me? Because I done heard him speak in an interview since he been locked up. And dude, you could tell he mature. And I don't think he would come out on that BS no more. He didn't learn his lesson, you feel me?
Now life without parole. So I fuck with Boosie a lot about that.
And I want to know what led up to you asking Boosie for a bare knuckle fight?
Boosie too gangster. Not to have no history of no fights.
Okay.
Boosie too motherfucking gangster. Boosie had a 16-year-old kid who's doing a life sentence for 9 murders. Oh, wow. And Lil Boosie was paying him $2,500 for each murder. See, people got to do the research on Boosie. It's a kid by the name of Marlo Mike who was battling and dealing with a mental health condition from the time he was a kid, who was Boosie's hitman. On his chest, he got Boosie's Who's Next. He killed so many people.
Wow.
He killed Boosie's baby mama's brother. He confessed, but then they got to him and he retracted it.
Okay.
So now here Boosie is out here talking gangster, standing on all these G codes. Well, most people don't know Boosie did not walk the yard.
Yeah, I saw you say that.
I can call somebody right now that was in there with him, see murder, slept next to both of them. Boosie did not walk the yard. This kid spends 25 years in Angola from a murder he didn't commit. He know Boosie. He knows C Murder. Boosie was over there in protection. He wasn't over here where you really got to fight and see if he really gangster.
Okay.
Boosie really didn't kill. He was paying a kid to kill, but he talking like he really gangster. It's easy to stand on that shit when you ain't doing it.
Gotcha.
Have you gotten a response yet?
Well, I don't think he could fight.
You know, because he don't never really talk about it. He don't have to be found not guilty. So I pressed Vlad TV about pressing Boosie about it, just like he want to press OJ about OJ being found not guilty with it. Because equal opportunity. So that's kind of personal with him. So that's why he don't speak on it.
And so when he called and made a threat to a promoter?
Yeah. So let me just say this. Me and Boosie got on the phone once. They offered me and Boosie some money to do a celebrity boxing match. The amount of money that they offered caught his attention and it caught mine. So we got on the phone and, he didn't say nothing, but he was listening. And I said, man, nigga, I'm gonna let you win the fight. Nigga, I'm gonna make you look like a hero. Nigga, we ain't gonna fight for real. But he just listened. He didn't respond. My manager was on there, his manager. So then we hung up, and then my partner Dewberry and his manager got on the phone. So that was the whole thing, man. He be talking about Marlo Mike, man, and this and that. So yeah.
So you guys are good now?
Yeah, we always been good. Except, so I had a show. I was booked in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, for like 3 weeks ago, maybe a month. I get a call from the promoter, scary ass nigga, all scared, man. They talking about, man, they go shoot. I said, nigga, we gonna get the police. Nigga, them niggas scatter the police down. Them nigga ain't gonna do nothing. So his specific word was Boosie mama bought a table. Boosie mama bought a table up front, and they gonna have his cousin try to do something to you. So I said, nigga, we gonna put their motherfucking ass in jail. Nigga, I love to put Boosie ass and Boosie cousin them in jail.
And so you still went?
Well, he was scared. So I said, well, man, you forfeiting the money, not me. So I ain't got to return the money, man. I said, yeah, but I'm calling the FBI, nigga, and I'm going to tell them I'm recording this phone call. So I made him think that I had recorded the phone conversation, which is illegal. So now I didn't record the phone conversation. I did not contact the FBI.
So you're trolling?
Yeah, I was trolling.
But when you're trolling them to the extent that you are, I mean, because you laid them all the way out. And there's a different world for the people that don't know. If I talk about Boosie, I mean, I criticize Boosie all the time. And I criticize Megan Thee Stallion. It's very different.
Yeah.
Because the women play a certain way, the men play a certain way. And what I found is, like, Rick Ross just blocked us because we posted his baby mom talking shit. But yeah,
that you hit below the belt, you go to post nigga baby mom because she knows some secrets don't nobody know.
Right, but we're posting the back and forth with all the rappers. It's the baby mom. It's funny.
Yeah, it is, but not to him. Yeah, because she's saying some shit that we laughing at. He ain't laughing at.
Well, maybe he went to Wingstop. Either way, we're fine. Okay, so when you go there with the rappers, and you would have still went to that show if Boosie's cousin, family, and all them was still coming.
Yeah. Well, what you do is you hire security because the people that want to buy the tickets, man, don't no one monkey stop no show unless the promoter's scary. So my thing is, homie, unless you scared, and his thing is, man, I live here, so I understand my nigga, but I ain't returning no money.
Right.
Because I'm willing to still come do the show, but provide extra security. One thing I know about niggas, they come on and go, whoop, whoop. You can put a car there and not have a cop in there. They respect the fact that it's a police car there. So,
but if they're willing to ride through the hood and go kill each other, why would they be afraid of the police?
But that's without the police presence. They don't shoot most.
That's what I'm saying. But why be afraid of the police if you're not afraid of anybody else? Because they can shoot back and get away with it.
Well, Most niggas ain't afraid of the police. They're afraid of the power of the police. The power. Because most people that hurt people, it's all about power. You don't try to hurt people that you perceive to have either equal or more power to you. You go pick on people who you think is powerless than you. So that's why I recommend men calling the police, because you see which gangsters get in line. And from what I seen, most rappers respect me for the simple fact, oh man, bitch ass nigga, go call the police. I'm a law-abiding citizen. Why wouldn't I? I'm not a gangster. I'm not a street guy. Why would I continue to play by the rules that guarantees you lose?
But the rules, the unwritten rules or the written rules, people say Jay Prince runs Texas, you live in Texas.
And I say he don't.
And you tell him to suck your dick.
Yeah, I say he don't.
But you don't even feel that even within Texas, you're not worried about something happening.
Look how he said that shit, and you told him suck your dick. The hell?
Who want to kill a nigga talking?
Right.
Who want to bring all this heat to you for a nigga that's talking online? And if you're a street guy, who listening to a guy that's talking online?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And he's supposed to be the police. Who listening to that? Mm-hmm. Well, only people outside of Texas think Jay Prince run Texas. The people in Houston don't think that.
Wack 100 was here last week. He don't think so either.
Well, only the people who believe the myth that Suge Knight was as bad as he was. And Suge Knight wasn't bad.
So is Jay Prince just marketing?
Jay Prince is a music mogul. Nothing else. Mm-hmm. He's a music mogul. He's in the entertainment music industry. He ain't no mafia boss. Mm-hmm. Mob ties is not a real mob. But people believe it is. People believe that, but this is how hip-hop done tricked us.
Yeah, I've never subscribed to it. I mean, I talk my shit and say what I think, and I mean, I haven't had anybody outright threaten me, and I mean, I tell them all the time, I'm a civilian, I call the police. I don't subscribe.
Let me just say this. Now, Jay Prince and them have reached out to some comedy venues. They reached out to Tommy T's and tried to, hey, but man, ain't nobody listening to that.
Cancel your word?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When I went to the Houston, I sold out at Houston House of Blues. I had some issues with they wouldn't let me bring my weapons in, so I had some issues. But don't know one person run Texas, but the sheriff of each county. So once I got into politics, and I understand the dynamics of the executive branches, your local government. Man, I realize the sheriff is a bad motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Your county judge is a bad motherfucker.
The district attorney.
The district attorney is a bad motherfucker. Everybody else just talking and playing bad. So once I understand that, I stand on this side of the law with so much confidence and security as a law-abiding citizen compared to when I stood over that side with the criminal mind and criminal intent. Mm-hmm. But I thought I was bad over there. Man, I'm much badder over here with the intentions on doing right. Right? So I wake up with the intention on doing right and not harming nobody. Mm-hmm. So in my mind, how can what I say bring energy that will cause to hurt me when they really hurt people? Them and they homeboys really hurt people, and they lyrics promoting hurting people. So what energy goes back to them?
So how do you make sense out of somebody like a Meek Mill who is a dream chaser in the streets, has his music, but then fighting for freedom with the Reform Act over with Jay-Z and Mike Rubin, and then dancing at the Mike Rubin all-white parties? Like, how do you make sense out of all that?
I don't, because he seems conflicted. I watched him give support to guys like WWM Melly, whatever they got.
YMW Melly.
So I watched Meek and them give support to him, but
as a rapper who killed his friend or killed.
Yeah, but I watched them talk prison reform. I watched them high-five the young bulls like Pooh Shiesty and them who brag about, but at the same time talk prison reform.
Why do you think the conflict exists?
Because prison reform makes a lot of money for a lot of companies and organizations and non-profits and me. Yeah, he in with that. You know, the NFL jumped in with the prison reform. The campaign Fair Sentencing and Youth partnered with them, with the juvenile reform and the prison reform. So it's a lot of money in helping us reform, but you don't see the help to reform. It'd be all talk or on Capitol Hill, but you don't see meet with the grassroots organizations that's standing on the front lines in a community that's helping to aid these guys when they re-enter back into society. You don't see Meek Mills going back and doing juvenile justice or political justice in the form of reaching back to some of his old friends who's been locked up since they were 15, 16. So I got a friend by the name of Charleston, Houston. We call him OG Baby Cash. Because of the culture, because of the environment, at 15 years old, he had 8 murders. So he's been in prison from 1992 at the age of 15 years old to now, over 30-something years. And he tied. So what happens to guys like him when they really make the change, they really find redemption, they really have remorse.
That's what I'm saying.
And they won't do it again, but the consequences don't change. He 30-something years on a 40-year sentence.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's just like Marlo Mike. Like, this man was 17, 16, 17, you know, and they charged him as an adult. It's like the same thing. Like, this man, he done did like 10 years for sure already, you know what I'm saying? And looking at the rest of his life, man, that's crazy, man. I feel like it should be a second chance for people like him. They need to start having like some kind of like mental classes or something like that in jail for people who committed crimes when they was young, and have some kind of classes they can take while they in jail to really rehabilitate themselves, their mind, you know, and you know, depending on how they do, you know, they should be able to just come home, man. I forgot the word, but y'all know what I mean, if that makes sense, you feel me? But look, man, I'm gonna stop this video right here, cause I ain't know it was that long. I might do a part 2 and react to some more of this interview, but I will link the actual interview of this video in this description of this video or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Man, appreciate y'all for checking out the clip, man. If you like it, press that thumbs up button. Man, I'm out.